everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Weir. What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome to the Fart Dungeon.
The Fart Dunge. We're in it. We're doing it. It's February 19th. Tomorrow, or by the time you're listening to this, which will be Tuesday, everyone will have reported to camp.
Yeah, including us. We'll be there.
Yeah, we're ready to.
No teams. We'll be there. I got some spikes.
Yeah, I got my tent.
I got a baseball bag. No bats. I got some old Christmas tubes I've shoved in there.
And our pickleball set.
Yeah,
We're ready to go.
we'll be there.
Oh, buddy. Oh, man, I cannot wait for baseball season. Last week was such a tease with how beautiful it was at the beginning of the week, and then we just got totally pummeled with snow on Friday.
Yeah, we did.
It was just like, man, this feels like baseball. We're ready to go. And then it's like, well, hold on. Quick reminder, it is still winter.
Still winter. The groundhog told us nothing. I was laughing a second ago because it looked nice out and pretty with all the snow on our deck, and I was like, man, it is just pretty pristine white, blanket. And I was like, I gotta draw a penis on that. It happened. Drew a penis on that. I tried to also write queef above it, but didn't really work out too well. Great, for packing snowballs. Not the greatest for writing, but got a nice dick pic in there.
There you go.
Yeah, I was excited.
So you made that, Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I was going to ask how your weekend was, but I've already heard the highlight.
Oh, yeah. It was the bee's knees. Couldn't have been better.
Couldn't have been better. That's amazing. I got drilled with a few snowballs.
Oh, you did now?
I did. We went out, Friday night, we went to the FCC kit launch. Well, Alicia and I, we were at that fun little private event, got to see the jerseys for the first time, the whole jerseys short combo, soccer stuff. And it was pretty cool. And then we met up with Graham, and he started just pelting me with snowballs. So, yeah I got hit with at least 3. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Was it worth it?
For him, he had a great time.
Yeah.
Me, I was just like, oh, this is normal.
How are the kits? They look nice?
Dude, they're so sick.
Yeah?
They don't, a lot of people are like, man, they look white. But when you have them and you see them in person, they are a more natural cream color.
That's the tone.
They're very clean.
Mm-hmm.
They needed a clean kit. Last year they had the river kit, the big river going through the middle of it. Mm-hmm. And then the year before that, they had the city flag embossed in it. So you kind of just needed a normal, just kind of boring
palette cleanser from what we were used to seeing there. I like that.
Yeah, not everything not everything has to be wild.
Yeah, some of the best designs are the ones that just don't demand your attention. They're not doing a lot. They're just letting the colors speak for themselves.
I agree, and that's what that kit does. And it has some really cool piping on the sleeves
Mm-hmm.
that interchange orange and royal and go around in the back. And then the back of it says "Make your mark." This is the canvas kit, as in make it your own or whatever. So
oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. Cool message. Cool kit. Just excited. Home openers on Sunday. Mm-hmm. I'll be there for that.
Nice, buddy.
Yeah. Then the CONCACAF champions. That's Wednesday, so I'll be there for that. But this is no soccer podcast. How was your weekend?
It was pretty tight. Liked it. Drew that penis, man. Still riding that high. And the coolest thing, too, about it is when it started to melt and everything, the area that I cut out just left the dick. So I was a 2-day different, dick. Oh, dude, it was the best. I did do some comedy. I went to...
You did enough comedy in your backyard.
It was so much fun.
It was a couple day long bit.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a work of art. It truly was.
Work of fart.
A work of art. There we go, buddy.
Come on, you knew it was coming.
Yeah, it was a hard piece. I went to Cleveland at the Attic, performed there.
Isn't that Columbus?
Columbus. Oh, yeah, it was Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Cleveland, Columbus. Yeah, Columbus. It was the capital. Yeah. It was great, dude. I'd never been there before. It was a fun little club that is super fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Seymour was there too. Chris Seymour, friend of the pod, he closed out. He fucking rocked it, dude. He was the comic they needed at the end of the night.
Oh, just to yell at him, be gross and be a guy.
Oh, he was in his element, dude. He was just fucking bobbing and weaving. No, it was great. He was awesome. Really funny. Everyone did really well. So,
fuck yeah.
Kudos to that club.
Did you see those headshots today? Oh, they're nice.
Oh yeah, dude. Looked like a fucking villain.
Yeah, he looked awesome.
Yeah,
he looked great.
Oh, he should have done with his shirt off and showed his like sad Batman tattoo.
Just so we can get the good origin story.
Oh yeah, it can be like a real life like smile and like the faces of theater laughing. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. Humor, drama.
Yeah, he's got like a
together.
fucked up tattoo on his arm. It looks like a depressed Batman.
Yeah.
And he looked like an evil villain in these headshots he just got.
They're so good.
Mm-hmm.
God, they're great. I'm doing shots with him on Friday.
Shout out Andrew.
Shout out, dude. I can't wait for you to shoot this, Muggs. He's like, I got some ideas. And I'm like, after seeing that, I'm like, you can't make me look like a villain.
Yeah.
I'm too jolly.
Yeah, dude. You're going to have a good time. He's done some of mine before, too.
Yeah, he's done a couple things. We did one at Camp Washington Chili. That was really fun.
Oh, really?
This was my last batch. He's done all of my headshots.
It was the chili batch.
Chili batch. So for Thursday, attic. Saturday morning, dick in the yard.
Correct.
And then just farted around Sunday?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went down.
That sounds great.
I ran on the treadmill, too. I felt great about it.
Whoa!
I know. I'm trying to get back in a regimen here. I'm also trying to cut back on the drinking. Sundays, those are my days where I get to just kind of relax and drink. Dude, also before I forget, Lauren, my wife, she had her opening night this weekend. So Friday, that was a big thing. So, and she did great. So shout out to the St. Joseph Drama Club and my wife, Lauren, upstairs. You did great, babe.
You did great.
No, they did a really great job. And it's like a community theater, but they perform to it was like 600 plus people. Like it's huge. It was at my old grade school. And it's in this big cafeteria, and it's just completely packed to the gills. They've been doing it since like I want to say the 70s, 80s, something like. It's been going on for a long time, but she picked that up like 7 years ago. She started getting affiliated with that, but that was a fun thing Friday night.
Nice. Queen of the Fart Dunge ripped it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's awesome. And then how long does it run?
they have 3 weeks. They got Friday, Saturday, and the next week Friday, Saturday with a Sunday matinee, and then last week Friday, Saturday.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Well, congrats. Shit.
yeah.
Well, go see her. Go do it.
Yeah, St. Joseph's Drama Club. Check them out. What you got? What you got going on?
What you got? So I did the kick launch Friday. Saturday night was Don't Tell. And I can tell you where it was now because it happened. It was at the Hilltop in Mount Adams, where I used to run a show. It was called Kaye Cantina. Remember that whole mess
That
of a mic?
was a debacle, and I loved it. It was so much fun. I try to hit that mic like all the time.
Yeah, but we had a good time. We always kept it lighthearted. We knew it was like not going well at the end. This was gonna close. So when they were like, "Hey, do you guys just want to bartend?"
It was like ran like a pickup basketball game. Like the way like whoever was running bar was also running the mic, and then like the real bartender would show up like 10:30 p.m. who was like sleeping underneath.
Yeah,
And like in the beer cooler.
which was like just half cooler, half office.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I finally got it. Yeah, I'll close up, do the paperwork for you guys. I'm like, all right. So
There's no paperwork.
There's no paperwork. There's none. There's like, it's sold out at 50, packed room, super great show. And then little hopped around town a little bit afterwards. And then yesterday, dude, I did absolutely nothing.
That's awesome.
Just laid on the couch. I started watching soccer in the morning, some English Premier League, and then I would fall asleep. And I'd wake back up, and then the one match would start, and I'd fall back asleep. And I woke up, and I put on college basketball, and I would fall asleep, and I'd wake back up. And just kept hopping sports for the whole day, and then just napping and
I imagine you waking up in like different uniforms every time, like different like soccer kits and uniforms, different hats. Oh, what happened?
Billy is wearing a Drexel jersey.
How'd that happen?
Where did he get that? It was so fun to just wake up. It's like, oh, I didn't know I bought a Tyrese Halliburton All-Star jersey. This is cool.
Trucker hat. Wrestling socks.
Dogs just chew. It's just a pile of the jerseys on the dog. She's it's great. So it was perfect. And then had today mostly off and posted, my first chili reel of the week because it's chili week.
Oh, baby. Yeah. You were telling me about that. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but I heard it's doing well.
It's doing great. We're having a good time. So check it out if you want to watch me eat another chili creation.
Oh man, I still got that video saved in my computer of that chili luge. I need to hide it. I get a little sick every time I see that. It's like a folder, and it's like the first image that's on the folder, and I was like, oh.
Just us pounding Malort while
Yeah.
Sky Rosa. Probably one of the best things we've ever done.
It was pretty incredible. I'm a little proud, and you know what? Not at all ashamed. I'll say that. Now I've had some time to think and stew about it.
No, well, chili, technically kind of a stew.
That was the Malort.
That was, there it is. Oh boy. I had Malort on Friday. Alicia snuck it in. I was like, yeah, can I get a shot of bourbon and a High Life? And it came over. She's like, she took a sip and then she handed it to me. I was like, okay. And I shot it and I went, Malort!
You dirty gal.
You dirty girl.
I love you.
Oh, it was great. I was just so happy while everybody else at the table was like, you're disgusting.
It's a weird treat. It's
good
bad, but it's also fun.
It's so good. I don't care what you say. It's just like a butterscotch paint thinner.
And then your stepdad punches you in the jaw.
It's like if you miss your mouth and it goes like down your shirt, it burns your chest hairs.
Yeah.
It works. It is Nair.
It was at the bar we did the Blinkers.
Oh, Binsky's.
Binsky's. They were doing shots of Malort out of an ashtray, which was so appropriate.
It's the most perfect thing ever.
Yeah.
I haven't been back. I need to go see Keel and say what's up.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute. So, yeah, it was I would have to say a very good, successful, very busy weekend.
We crushed it.
I'm real proud of us, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
God, did you take any pictures of the dick?
I did. I took
I
a
need
little
to see
video
that.
too. I'll post it.
Oh my God, send it to me so I can put it into a reel.
Okay.
It'll be great. Tomorrow, big day. Well, today you're watching, listening, whatever that may be. The Reds are all now fully reported. Mm-hmm. They're all in camp. It's go time, babies.
Yeah, they're all packed up. They got all their pajamas out. They're good, man. They're having a ball.
No, so someone, I guarantee you, Graham Ashcraft's the one who brought the log starter,
There's a log
the
starter.
fire starter for camp.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, I'm out of here. Gotta go.
I know. You knew I was going to make another real dumb camping joke.
Well, there'll be more,
There will be more.
and it's gonna be probably very intense.
Bro, plenty of time for it. Not
I
just
think you might have missed that one. I said intense.
Oh.
Sorry, that was such a dad one. I shouldn't get credit for it.
No, it was good. I'm mad I missed it because I was just so excited to keep moving forward. Mm-hmm. God, and I just let you blaze the trail, and I gotta follow it. God damn.
Really went fishing for that one.
Hey, come on.
All right, let's
All
get let's
right.
get back on the trail.
Let's do it.
We're getting in the weeds on this one.
Woo, buddy. Pack your sunscreen. It's camp time.
Let's do it.
Start off, the Reds designated Levi Stout for assignment and picked up Bubba Thompson. Again, I think that's like they signed him, then dropped him, and now they signed him again. Levi Stout was quickly picked up by the Mariners. He was a part of the Luis Castillo trade. Just never really popped off. Never really came to fruition for what we thought he was going to be. In 2023, he made his big league debut in April through 10.1 innings in the big leagues, allowed 11 runs in those innings and walked 8 batters. His time in AAA, 6.23 ERA in 82 and a third innings spread out over 25 games that saw him walk 50 batters, hit 7 others, and strike out 58. Not great.
Yeah, those numbers together aren't getting it done. 50 batters walked. That's not good. If you can't at least be productive or have good spin rate or anything, you got to at least be accurate. Yeah. And he was none of these things.
He was none. He walked, didn't strike people out, and gave up runs. I think that is the combination of someone who just doesn't have it right now. What was very interesting is that he went out and talked shit immediately.
Yeah, not a good look.
He just said about the development, it was different. It was a little bit of, I'd say, lack of direction in my sense. It was kind of not much of a philosophy. It was kind of go play baseball and we'll help you along the way. Well, to me, that sounds like pitching development.
Yeah, they see what you got and they kind of tweak your direction for as far as coaching to what you're tracking for. So, and you just clearly weren't getting it done in any of these facets. So yeah, maybe talk shit. That's
Yeah, go for it. And just be like, yeah, I'm really happy to be back in Seattle. yeah, sure, they have a great pitching program and great pitching development. We've seen it happen with all the dudes that they've brought up, and that train just does not stop. But it's not like the Reds are dog shit either.
Yeah, the Reds have produced a lot of good pitchers as of late, and not to mention, why would you do? It's just a bad look. If you're going to be going from one organization to the other, don't trash them on the way out.
Yeah, you don't want to burn all the bridges. I know there's a lot to get into this city, but just don't try to burn them all down.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if he was crushing it, with the team, but it just wasn't happening.
No, and it's just disappointing that he was, the guy that I was excited about coming over. Along with Edwin Arroyo and, Noelvi Marte. But I was like, dude, watch out for Levi Stout. And we watched out, and he did not succeed in a Reds uniform. Kind of a bummer, but whatever, man. You got to make room somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, wish him the best. Unfortunate, but what are you going to do?
No. Yeah, what are you going to do? And that's a kind of a professional thing. It's like, don't you kind of want your bosses to not be as hands-on?
Yeah, kind of let you work, let you operate. Yeah, look at that through another lens, Lord, where he could have said, yeah, I really like the organization. They just kind of let you do what you got to do and let you develop the way you need to develop, and then they kind of tweak you based upon how you're performing.
Yeah.
So it could have gone either way. I think he was frustrated, probably mostly at himself, but was looking for something else to complain to.
Yeah, it's just I'll fucking just let it rip. I don't give a shit, dude.
Yeah.
Another thing that came out of camp. Nick Krall and David Bell came out and said that Ellie will most likely play shortstop full-time. McLean will be at second with some shortstop, and India will play, quote, multiple spots. None of this is surprising.
Yeah, it's pretty much echoing what everyone's been saying for a while.
Yeah, it's just all right, they just move the curtain back a little bit more.
Yeah.
It'll just, we've already seen some footage of Indy at first, taking a double play that went from Ellie to McLean to India. We'll see him working in the outfield this spring. So that's one I'm very interested to track. But again, not at all surprised.
No.
The guy who was negative in defensive run saves at the position and is one of the worst defending second basemen. Duh.
Yeah, and they gave him ample time in the previous couple seasons to really kind of right the ship. I know there was injuries at play too here, but yeah, I think India they probably just sat him down and says, "Look, if you want to help this team as best as what you can here, this is how you're going to do it." I mean, Matt McLean has to be our everyday second baseman.
Yeah, he's got too much potential. We've seen what he can do in 82 games. Mm-hmm. It's hey, man, if you can play 155. Most of a season. Mm-hmm. We're excited to see what you can do there, and pretty good glove over there.
Yeah.
So you this is just all a very much duh. Let's do it. Figure it out with India. It'll just be interesting to see who gets bumped from the outfield rotation.
Yeah, and I also want to see how well India accepts this role. I mean, so far, seemingly he's approaching it with a bit of maturity. Seemingly from what we've been able to tell, but still preseason. So hopefully, no surprise here, but we'll see how everything just kind of shakes out.
Well, yeah, McLean came him up and he looked over and he was like, "Yeah, all right, let's see what this little guy's gonna do." And he's like, "Oh, this little guy's real good."
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, you take that, Wolf. I'll figure it out. So it's not like he has a choice. It's more of just hey, do you want to play with this team? Here's your options.
Yeah, he just couldn't argue with the results that McLean was putting up, and he wasn't.
No, 100%. I think, if anything, it bumps in the outfield rotation. It takes out Stuart Fairchild. But, Stuart Fairchild did not have a good year last year.
No, he had some exciting pinch hits, but other than that, he didn't have too much success when he was up in a Reds uniform.
No, he basically just filled a void of, I can fill in any outfield spot, and I can kind of hit lefties. Mm-hmm. So if that's what that means, is that bumps Stuart Fairchild down, and you have to rotate in Fraley, Benson, and India, and Steer, and Friel. That's not a bad outfield. Defensively, it's not very good, except for DJ Friel. But outside of that, it's not bad when you can have those bats pick up when you have them in the lineup. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You still have people to pinch hit, DH, and then we've seen how lineups could, change due to injury or what have you, fatigue. So a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, not too overly worried about it. We lost a Reds legend, R.I.P. Don Gollett, Reds pitching coach for a while, but also two-time World Series champ with the Reds.
Yeah, he was.
Dude.
And Kentucky native.
Kentucky native. Where do you know where Lynn, Kentucky is?
I don't.
I think it's like around Lexington. Lee's dad texted. He's like, I watched him pitch in high school.
Oh, wow.
And then get drafted by the Reds. Were you about to type in Lynn Kin? I think you were. Lynn Kin!
I was typing like the abbreviation.
Yeah. Lynn Grove, Kentucky. Holy shit, that's a logo I haven't seen in a long time. MapQuest.
Oh, wow.
That's what. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's northeast Kentucky. So it's right by the West Virginia border. Well, how about that?
Near Portsmouth, Ohio.
Huh.
Or Portsmouth, whatever it is.
There we go.
How
Well,
about it?
now we all know where Lynn, Kentucky is.
And that MapQuest is still a thing.
Who would have thought they would have been defunct by Google and Apple by now?
Hold on, let me just print out these directions real quick.
Yeah, do you need a highlighter?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
We'll get there.
We'll figure it out. The years that he pitched for the Reds, I hadn't looked at his like overall stats. An above average lefty. I mean, from 70 to 76, he had a 3.03 ERA, 114 ERA plus, strikeouts per nine 5.9, walks per nine 3.1. So nothing over there jumps off the page, but just like a consistent above average lefty for the Reds and a stalwart of the rotation for the Big Red Machine.
Had about, 1,200 innings pitched over 6 years?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then when 77 went over to the Yankees, won another World Series.
Yeah, that's extremely impressive. You're not going to see accolades like that with anybody too often anymore. 3 World Series champion seasons
In a row, combined with that just combined with the amount of innings pitched is pretty crazy. So that's all the stuff for the Reds from last week, and then moving forward, we'll see what happens next week. But you know what? We'll be right here for it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we will.
We'll be right here. We'll be right here in the fart dunge, ready to talk about it. Now, the fun stuff. Rob Manfred's going to be done in January of 2029.
Yeah, man. Good riddance.
Good riddance. I don't think I could think of a worse commissioner in baseball than this guy.
He's such a heel. Like, universally a heel.
I have never heard someone compliment Rob Manfred.
No, I just always think of like him like practicing his golf swing, like when they're going over some really crucial like contract deals and showing he couldn't give less of a shit. Yeah, screw him. And how often do people like announce the resignation? Like what, like 5 years out? Where are we at?
Yeah, so it's his tenure is like, yeah, he's got 5 years left on his deal.
I wasn't quite sure if that was like something where it's common practice or he's just like, look, guys, I swear I'll be out in 5. Like, don't kill me.
Yeah, it's just like when Jay Leno was handing the reins over to Conan.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be done. You know, I'm going to give the show up to Conan in 6 years. We're like, okay. We all know that you didn't want to do this if you're saying it's 6 years out.
Yeah. You just felt your feet was getting a little too close to the fire and you felt some pressure.
Ugh.
So, but hopefully, yeah, he'll be on his way out.
Hopefully. And he is. I mean, he'll be done. He'll be probably, early 70s by the time he's done?
And Joey, I don't understand these like multi-millionaires. I mean, he's probably got close to $1 billion.
Him? I don't think so.
No.
Not his net worth. I wouldn't bank on that. Now, I will look it up.
He's got enough to say he never has to worry about money ever again in his life. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't work past their 60s if you have that amount of money.
Power, baby. 40 million.
40. I was off by a lot.
You're off. Yeah, you're off by a couple $100 million.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I just wouldn't be working in my 60s.
No, me either. If I could be like, yeah, comfortable, my kids are taken care of, my grandkids are fine. Yeah, dude, I'm out.
I mean, like stand up or like painting or something like that. Like any like non-stressful situation but like reporting to an office, why? You've made it.
You're done. You don't have to listen to, a bunch of old rich white dudes complain about a game that you are already ruining.
Dude, I just couldn't see myself putting on a suit if I have $1 million. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing this for? No, I'm done.
I'm out. I could be in sweats right now.
Yeah. I'm going to do this in sweats. Yeah, I'm done.
Done. I'm over it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone saying anything positive about what Rob Manfred has done for baseball. If you really think about what he's done, he botched the investigation of the Houston Astros by giving all the players immunity and not having any real consequences or taking away the World Series title from a team that actively cheated.
Yeah, they just brushed it under the rug.
Just like, yeah, no, this isn't a big deal. Yeah, no, don't look over here.
Dismantle the team. We'll come up with like the pitch comm, so that way we just never have to really deal with this happening again, but never really isolating what happened and how we got here.
Yeah, not in any way, shape, or form. Oh, and then also the Apple... What was it? The Apple Watch cheating scandal with the Red Sox too.
Yeah,
which wasn't too bad, but the Astros one pretty bad. And then turning around and calling the commissioner's trophy a piece of metal.
Yeah, I mean, he just keeps tripping over himself.
It just keeps going.
Yeah,
and then the COVID season. The fact that it was only 60 games was him siding with the owners when the players wanted to play.
Yeah, all that could be. He had no sense of urgency with that. That was one of the things that really irritated me. He just never seems to care either about the players or the fans.
Nope. No, he doesn't. Well, the thing with the shortened season, he was just like, yeah, the owners don't want to lose all these advertising bucks or the bucks that are going to come in that won't of people not being able to go through the turnstiles because of the coffee sneezies. So like, I get that you're missing out on that. But something that I talked about while it was even going on is they could have sold so many more banners and had so many more of those seats covered with advertising, just like they did in Korea.
We were talking about that before that even happened because we were sharing like those videos of like, look at what they're doing here. They're having people rent out spaces and just having cutouts of their heads. Like, this is the answer. They're going to have people be able to buy sponsorship to be in the stand. So when they can pan out there, it's like, there it is. There's a solution. Done. And it took them so long to even get like remotely to that point.
Well, it was intentional. It was fully intentional so they could shorten the season so they didn't have to pay the players as much. And ownership would continue to make hand over fist. Some clubs, I mean, I get it. There were some small franchises that got their ass handed to them, i.e. the Reds, because they were going for it in 2020, signed a bunch of deals going, all right, we're really going to go for it. And then COVID happened, and then they had to shutter and figure out how to get out from underneath that rock and basically set them back 2 years, 3 years to get to where they are today, which impressive that they did it in that amount of time. But overall, they could have played more games, and Rob Manfred did not want to negotiate with the players union and just stuck with the owners. It was like, no, I don't have to. This is wartime deal. I'm a wartime commissioner. I make the rules. I'm a tyrant.
Yeah, man. Sit and spin, dude.
No shit. Oh, and then combine that with locking the players out before the 2022 season started. Really cool. Not negotiating in good faith.
Really fun guy.
So after all of those, I can't think of one good thing. Maybe the rule changes. But that wasn't like all him. That was a committee, and a committee led by Theo Epstein. Not the island guy, the Red Sox Cubs guy, not the guy with the island.
Yeah.
Who spearheaded that, changed the game, made it better for worse. And Rob Manfred is just like an active participant who gets to flaunt and say that, well, under my regime, yeah, okay.
Yeah, just while he was commissioner, this thing happened. And so hopefully through the sands of time, he doesn't get remembered for these sorts of changes, the positive effects of the changes, but just for how we currently remember him.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's how it's going to move. That's how it'll be going forward. It'll be interesting to see how he handles this Oakland to Vegas move. That can be a huge thing for him. I mean, there was no expansion of the league under his tenure. The league did not get better, yet he couldn't figure out the mishaps between, we also had the Tampa Ray Montreal split season thing that was going to happen. Like, there is so much more bad than I can remember with any other MLB commissioner, considering there's only been 2 in my lifetime that I can remember with Bud Selig and him.
I'm trying to be, I do want to say that not that I want to say, but I was trying to think like, okay, there's got to be some like other positives here. I think the Field of Dreams game is fun. I think trying to have games at other locations is a fun idea, but I mean, I don't think that's was an isolated idea within Bud Selig.
Yeah, like the Mexico City series is really cool. The London series, Field of Dreams. I mean, those are all playing in South Korea next season, like to start the season, playing in Japan, the first 3 games, those Mariners and A's. I think wasn't that 2019 or 2018? I don't remember, but either way, yeah, growing as an international brand, he's done a decent job, but I think there's so much more negative that I will always remember him for.
Yeah.
Than like those series that seemed inevitable because the NFL was doing it. You know?
Yeah.
Other sports were ahead of the curve on it, and they were just following suit.
Yeah, baseball seems very far behind. And it just everything that good happened under Bud Selig happened despite him. You know, it wasn't because of him.
Yeah, all in lieu of that piece of shit. So, I mean, whatever, man. And one of the things that he said that I thought was interesting is that there needs to be a deadline for a signing period for free agents. Mostly because the big 4 still aren't signed. You know, you've got Jordan Montgomery, Blake Snell. Jordan Montgomery, Blake Snell, Matt Chapman, Cody Bellinger still haven't signed. Do you think that's a necessity moving forward?
I'm not sure if it's a necessity. It would be beneficial, I think, to the players, fans, and probably the teams to have like their organization, at least their clubhouse settled somewhat, at least going into spring training. If they can figure out a way to do that, I know there's a lot of moving pieces with signing players to new teams. But yeah, if they can make that happen, I think that'd be an improvement.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the biggest free agents being out there is so bad for the offseason because every sport is moving to basically there is no offseason. And the king of that is the NFL. I mean, there's the only downtime in the NFL is the month of June and July. Everything else is, okay, we just had the Super Bowl last week. Okay. What happened after the Super Bowl? Now we're all just evaluating and getting ready for the draft in April. Okay, the drafts happen. Now we're all just talking about how everything's going to fit. And then right after that is the free agency period, and all those free agents sign very quickly. And then there's the banter of getting that together. And then August comes around, camp, then the season starts in September. There isn't a crazy long break, whereas in baseball, we still have 4 of the biggest free agents not signed, and everyone reported to camp today.
Yeah, it's not that regimented as far as the signings go.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't keep creating the buzz. You know, it doesn't keep the sport. It doesn't elongate the sport. It doesn't keep their window open.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the fans engage with them that much because there's not like a definitive way to really like people that are fans of the NFL. They watch the draft almost religiously because they're all in tune to it. There's a cycle to it. They know what happens next. And with baseball, it's effervescent sometimes as far as signings and all these free agents go. Yeah. It's a mystery.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, we can just wait it out. And what the NFL has done that is so genius is they found a way to make someone filling out a spreadsheet a must-watch event.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Everyone's like, man, how much is this going to change my team? These 7 rounds just mean so much. Whereas on the other side of the coin, the MLB has finally been airing the draft for the past, 15 years. I give a shit. You give a shit. But again, baseball players don't, most of the time coming out of the draft, don't make an immediate impact like football. It's 2 very different processes. But still, the way that it's presented to the fans and given from the NFL versus MLB, 2 completely different ball games. And people are thrilled to watch one of them. And then dorks like myself are thrilled to watch the baseball one.
Yeah, and it seems like, too, with baseball, not just like with the draft, but even with like just watching games, they almost make you have to look and hunt for ways to consume what you want, you know, with their product. Whereas football, it's already presented. It's already there. You know where it's at.
Yeah.
It's just unnecessarily difficult.
Yeah, oh, of course. And especially the simple fact that Sunday mornings, if I want to watch my team, I just turn it on to network television. And I go, okay, who are they playing? They're playing an NFC team. Are they on Fox? They're on Fox. Great. Are they playing an NFC team? Cool. Then they're going to be on CBS. Oh, it's a primetime game? Then it's going to be NBC or ESPN or ABC. And I figure, and it's not hard to figure out. Whereas I saw this today on Reddit, someone posted, am I still going to be able to watch the Reds on Bally? It's impossible to watch the sport.
Yeah, it's difficult. You have to coordinate with friends. You need to figure out like a way to do it. Whereas football, it's hard to avoid it. Even if you're not even a fan, it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
It's super easzy to consume.
You could drive down Fountain Square, look up and look at the screen, and then the Bengals game is happening.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I could turn the TV and edit. There's so many different options to watch the NFL. With the Reds, it's difficult. Baseball in general, it's difficult to, find the. I'm getting riled up right now in the off season.
Yeah.
No, it's unnecessarily difficult just to watch a regular season game.
I'm 100% with you. I mean, I was talking with just like my mom about it. Huge baseball fan. She's like, yeah, I don't have cable anymore. I'm not going to pay extra to have DirecTV stream or what's the one that you have? You have Fubo.
Yeah.
And the Reds are on Fubo. Those are the only two. For a while, it was just DirecTV, and I paid extra just to have that, just so I could watch the Reds.
Yeah.
And I'm a hardcore fan. We talk about it every week, and I go out of my way to do it. Someone who's just passing through, there's no way they can just be like, cool, now I'm watching the Reds.
Yeah, I love the Reds. I begrudgingly have to pay additional for whatever app or thing I need to have on my TV just for the Reds.
No, it's silly. It's beyond foolish. And there's so many things that they need to fix. And that's one of the things that Rob Manfred allowed to happen to continue to ruin the game.
Yeah, I mean, all this keeps cascading into the next thing we're talking about here.
Oh my God, this might be his worst. This is like the cherry on top of the shit sundae.
Yeah, this is him. He's literally leaving his mark here with this just gross decision. Why would you want to have your name attached to this? I mean, literally, even these players, I would not want to have my name like on this dog shit apparel.
The new jerseys are bad, and everyone is complaining about them, and as they should. Like, if you just look at it, Chris and I, both day jobs, work in apparel, okay? Looking at this, you can tell that they're cutting every corner possible.
Yeah, they are sacrificing so much as far as the quality and keeping the price the same. So everything that you're purchasing with your a lot of money, $300 north of $400 for a lot of these jerseys, you are not getting anywhere near that quality.
No, and you can tell, and it starts with the patchwork. Like, if you were to look, there's this guy, I'll put the link in the video description and in the pod description. There's a guy who broke down the authentic jerseys from 22, 23, and then this season coming up. The patchwork is so bad.
Yeah, it's just fake. It doesn't even look... It definitely seems like the quality was just done like in a garage by someone that's designed to screw you.
Yeah. Oh, dude, seriously, like... That patch, just to pull back the curtain a little bit, that is just a giant roll of 100% polyester patch material that they digitally print on, cut, and then heat press on. No longer are we going to get on an authentic jersey a fully embroidered, detailed patch. That is a fucking shame and a crime. That one of the last few things with baseball that we can all agree upon that can't change and needs to still be of quality is an authentic jersey.
Yeah, dude, I completely agree with that. And also, if you're a baseball fan, you probably already into like kind of like the old way of producing things. You like handmade stitch stuff. You really are familiar with like these authentic jerseys. And when you get something like that, where you're used to seeing that beveled, embroidered in the stitching, and you get this thing where you just rub your, like, it doesn't even cast a shadow. It is just so flat. You can see it's embroidered on. It is all the quality was been zapped out. And sacrificed for just cheapness, all at your expense. It is such a ripoff. It is highway robbery. It's a sham. It is an absolute sham. This is something like if I was to buy an authentic jersey, say off of Amazon, and I got this, I'd be like calling it the Better Business Bureau. It was like, I was screwed here. I clearly did not get what I purchased.
You're telling me the players wear this on the field? If they do, then they're wearing something that came from DHgate. And that is a quote from an anonymous player saying they look like something from DHgate. They look terrible. And you can even tell the whole time there's going to be a photo of this jersey. What you can see, too, with how they're cutting the corners, it's a little thing, but it's a big deal. They dropped the MLB logo from above the piping to below it. You know, and they decreased the letter size and shrunk all of it. So that way, it's easier to heat press all at one time.
Yeah, it's all just sacrifice for how they're like fitting it on like their platens and everything. And how they're like, we got to shrink it more here because these things are real tiny and shitty. So yeah, everything. You're going to see like how they've quite literally cut corners.
Yeah, every single way that they could cut a corner, they did. And the material is so thin and cheap feeling. And they're saying, oh, well, it's the new Vapor. It's a Vapor Premier. What do they call it exactly? Hold on. I have the Nike Vapor Premier.
Well, all your revenue is about to be vaporizing because no one's going to be purchasing this bullshit.
Pew, 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 pew. Chris, you fucking got him, dog.
Got you, dude.
Got him. Well, the whole thing they're going to say is, you know, it's made from 100% recycled polyester. It's all recycled material.
Okay.
So I'm saying... Okay, so we can't call it out for being dog shit because it's recycled?
Yeah, it's thin. It doesn't have a thick quality that I'm looking for. It's like, that's nice if that's, if I was wanting to buy that.
Yeah.
But I don't want that material.
I don't want it either.
I want a jersey material. I don't want this whatever marketing term you came up with that sounds like a vapor polyester urethane. Oh, no, it's dog shit.
It's bad. And... again, king of the dipshits, Rob Manfred came out and said, oh, well, players are complaining because they're not used to it because it's more of a performance shirt than a jersey. You can't say a jersey is a performance shirt because a performance shirt isn't a jersey. A jersey is a jersey. A performance shirt is a performance shirt. They wear performance shirts when they take batting practices. They wear jerseys when they're playing the games. That's horseshit.
And to think that these professional athletes aren't familiar with like some sort of new athletic texture like polyester, you're out of your goddamn mind. And it's a reflection of like, they just think the fans are so stupid. They think like, we can just tell them whatever, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they think we're just so fucking dumb. They probably thought we wouldn't even notice, but it was like the first thing we noticed because it's like the big thing every year. It's like, man, you know, I might get a new jersey. I'd like a Novi Marte jersey. I'd like an authentic. And then you look at it and you go, whoa, I'm not getting one. The nameplate on the back, they aren't even embroidered numbers anymore. They say that they are 100% wool heat applied patches. They are no longer layered, beautiful, embroidered names and numbers.
They look like the type of material you'd see like for like kids to have a jersey. You know, like this is a cool kid's jersey when it's just all just printed on.
Yeah.
You can tell it's just something for a kid. Like none of it is elevated to like the degree that you want for like it doesn't reflect god damn it doesn't reflect the price.
No, it does not. And the fact that what they've done with the names is such a travesty. When you look at Verlander's and how it's all crumpled and kind of going down his shoulders, I'm like, we didn't have this problem when we had people stitching and making the names.
Yeah, these guys that had like years and years of experience doing this stuff, and now it's just like, no, we got a dumb machine to do it.
Yeah, we got a dumb machine. We got this giant roll, basically, that prints out like an inkjet printer. We cut it, and then we just get some kids in a factory to heat press them on real quick, and that's what it looks like. And a lot of players coming out and saying that it feels cheap, it feels thin, it doesn't look good. I agree with them just from looking at it. I haven't gotten to well, I felt last year's like the All-Star jerseys were that material, and I was like, this is bad. This is bad. And then having these athletes come out and say this, there's only some people are like, you know, I really like it. I think it's a good change. They're all fucking Nike athletes.
It all comes down to money, baby. All this stuff, the Rob Manfred, the fucking Fanatics jerseys, everything is about about money.
Yeah. Oh, that's the big thing we didn't even touch on. So Nike is working in conjunction with Fanatics to make these. So which means they went to Fanatics. They're like, hey, how can you make this less painful for us to manufacture and quicker for you to manufacture? And they go, Stahl's heat press. That's how we're going to do it. And we're just going to cut these rolls out, and here we go.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, the material that you're used to getting is nowhere going to be. It's essentially like you're walking down a strip, like on Myrtle Beach or something, and getting like a like a Florida style heat press. You know, it should have like an alien up there, spring break, and then like a girl with titties.
Yeah. And now it's just going to be like, Shohei Ohtani, $445.
Yeah, fuck you, $445.
Fuck you. You're gonna spring break Ohtani. Oh my god. So my whole thing with it is don't buy jerseys. Buy official MLBPA licensed shirts from intheclutch.com. Promo code NastyBoys, all caps, get 10% off. Get something that doesn't feel like a thin piece of shit.
Or look like a real thick piece of shit.
Real bad. The nameplates just kill me, man. It's a shame. And I was not expecting this from Nike.
Yeah, it seems really weird. I still want to, like, Fanatics is the one I'm hoping it's just mostly them to blame, because I really do like Nike. Well, I mean, I like their products. I don't like some of the stuff they've done.
I do too, but here's the thing. Rob Manfred came out and said, no, it was mostly Nike making the decisions on this. And I'm like,
interesting.
I don't buy that, though. I don't buy it, by the way, after we have worked in this industry and know what shit's supposed to look like. We know that this is not because of quality. It is for speed.
Yeah. No one thought this was going to look better. Everyone thought this would increase their bottom line. So I'm wondering if it's also one of those things where there's enough companies, there's enough hands involved where they think like, well, we can't all be accused for it. So it's just, I don't know who's responsible for this. I don't know. Maybe it's him. Maybe I don't know.
Well, and also as an avid sports fan of all different sports and have ordered from Fanatics before, mostly out of force, because you couldn't find like a Texas Rangers World Series hoodie anywhere else but fucking Fanatics. So I was forced to buy from him, and lo and behold, the hoodie was dog shit. Who would have thought? But that is what they're constantly doing. I think what Fanatics has done is basically they have just continued to slowly lower the bar until we get to the point where we just have to accept it because there's no one else you can get this stuff from.
Same with trying to watch a baseball game. There's so few options, and they don't care about the quality.
Nope.
So you're just screwed. It's like, it's this or nothing.
Oh my God. You are right on, dude. Mm-hmm. God. This episode's going to be called Lowering the Bar. This or nothing. And people will be like, what? And I'll be like, watch it. But it's just a shame. I mean, and what also sucks is it's so easy for mainstream media to just pick up anything from baseball and put it into a negative light. I mean, that's what they've been doing to baseball since, 1911. There are articles going back to the early 30s of saying, is this finally the end of baseball? Like, everyone has been, it's never been a consistent glowing review of baseball. It's more of an uphill battle than most. Mm-hmm. So this just keeps adding to the flame of them talking shit. So this, again, doesn't help their cause. But what are we going to do? Nothing. There's nothing we can do. Just, if you know someone that has independent baseball gear, even if it's baseball adjunct or MLBPA or MLB or anything off the beaten path, buy that instead and show up to the ballpark.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be a great year for some bootlegs.
Dude, such a great year for bootlegs or player tees. So that's the only way we can fight back and change this. And they'll be like, man, we had a dip in sales. I wonder why. And you look out and everyone's wearing like, oh, there's In the Clutch, there's Breaking Tees, there's Roto Wear. No one's wearing jerseys. Yeah, because they suck.
Yeah, they feel terrible.
They feel bad. Just as long as New Era doesn't lose that baseball contract, I'll be happy for the hats. But they never will. So I feel good about that. Do you think Rob Manfred will hear that?
Yeah, I think we solved it. He's going to retire tomorrow.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, as soon as we drop this episode, he's like, you know what? I've heard enough.
I'm done. He's gonna listen to. He's gonna hear the part about you saying like, "Oh yeah, that is what I do."
Yeah. Oh, I should really work on my backswing there. It's all on my leg, I guess.
God, right here. It's because I'm dumb. Might be because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
It could be because I'm dumb. Yeah, whatever. He's on Callaway.com right now trying to buy condoms.
Yeah. None of them seem to fit.
Yeah, these weird head covers are too big.
Do I put them over my balls?
Oh, what a fucking piece of shit. Let's round third and head for home, shall we?
Let's do it.
What do you have coming up?
I have Motormouth this Thursday. Come check it out. It is a Future Science edition, so the Future Science gang will be out there. Ooh. And I do have to make a correction. We are doing Future Science. I got my Mays and my Marches mixed up.
Oh, buddy.
It's going to be May 26th, not March, something or other. So
cool.
So this Thursday, Motormouth, come check that out. And then in May, we'll see you back there again for Future Science.
Nice.
What about you, buddy?
I'm with you at the end of March. March 21st. Oh, this is an update for you. March 21st, Second Sight Spirits. That show is on.
Nice.
March 21st. So
Heck
I'll
yeah,
make a
dude.
post about that. I think I got some others. I don't really have anything much else in between aside from Sunday, FCC home opener. So if you see me at TQL Stadium, come say hi. Then that Wednesday, I'm at TQL Stadium because they have that other home match. So that's where I'll be until baseball season starts.
Oh, baby, we're so close.
God, we're almost there. I already did the In Clutch thing. Buy independent baseball gear. Do that. Support that. Do that all the time. Thanks to Sports Drink for hosting the audio of this podcast. And thanks for having me in the Fart Dunge.
Hey, anytime, buddy.
It's so fun, you know. And thanks to you for watching, listening, and as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.